Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. It was a great pleasure to evaluate Catherine Vigia's speech this evening, and to reiterate the purpose of the project. She was to share some aspect of a past or future negotiation in her life. And from that purpose, she clearly achieved it because she shared an aspect of a past negotiation. There was a lot that I loved about your speech, Catherine, and I had to be extra scrupulous in order to identify areas of improvement. But let me start with the areas that I loved about your speech. I liked how you expertly set the scene with the narrative in your introduction. In a very short amount of time, you're able to tell us what was going on, where it was going on, and give us and identify all the characters that were involved in that scene. I thought that was a very expert way of telling a short story, and also a story that you would use later in your speech. I also liked how effectively you used tone. You used it to distinguish when the chairman was speaking. By the rough tone that he was using, that irritated tone, we could tell that it was him in that dialogue. And you also used your tone to express emotions. When you told us about how you realized the difficulties that they had gone through in the past, I could actually feel it in your voice. I also liked the efficient way that you delivered the citation in your first point. There was no awkwardness that comes from having to recall that complicated, the title and the name of the people that are involved in a citation. You had prepared very well to deliver it, and I thought that was amazing. What are the areas of improvement? I think you could add to your repertoire of vocal variation the varying of your pace. And I especially would have, I thought it would have helped in areas when you are enumerating things that will happen, where you say, first of all, there's A, and before you move on to B, you take a bit of a pause and then you move on to the next one. I think that will have helped me to internalize the points that you are enumerating. And also when you are emphasizing something, something that we should take note. For example, when you're talking about the chairman's attitude being right here, immediately you do that, you could have paused and let it sink in, let that emotion really sink in to us. Overall, I enjoyed your speech. I am a connoisseur of speech structure, and I really enjoyed listening to how well your speech flowed from the introduction all the way to the conclusion. You could challenge yourself in future by taking on the Connecting with Storytelling project, because you're an excellent storyteller, and we will benefit from listening to you. Overall, great job, Catherine. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.